Very soon, Marvel Television is going to be releasing their newest television series, Cloak and Dagger, on Freeform. Marvel Television is all over the place these days. Fans can find everything from the dark world of the Defenders to the teen love triangles of Runaways, with all of their shows based on over 50 years of Marvel comics. With such a wide variety of shows, it's hard to imagine that there is still room to bring in new characters with a new location on a new network and still provide engrossing entertainment. But as fans are taken to New Orleans for the new Cloak and Dagger series on Freeform, Marvel has managed to find the perfect balance with a teen drama that anybody will be able to enjoy. The magical thing about Cloak and Dagger, which may or may not actually ever bring together Aubrey Joseph as Tyrone and Olivia Holt as Tandy, is that it manages to find the sweet spot between mystery, romance, and realism. The two teenagers at the center of the story have been through a lot in their lives. Those lives get a lot more complicated as they come together as reluctantly as oil and water. The marketing campaign for Cloak and Dagger has felt like the people behind the series were uncertain of how to sell it to fans. At New York Comic Con, there was a small bodega outside of the venue focusing on the black and white aspects of the show. Fans could have their fortune told, as everybody in New Orleans does. And then they were given gifts that kept with the black and white theme. It seemed that there was one aspect of the series on which marketers were focusing, and fans were never to forget that the center of the series is a mixed-race couple. However, when you actually see the series, it's much deeper than two opposite characters coming together from lives that couldn't be more different. Yes, Tyrone comes from a wealthy, stable household, while Tandy pretty much lives on the streets. Tyrone attends a private school, while Tandy is enrolled in the School of Life. But those differences complement the story, rather than taking center stage. In fact, no single aspect of the show overpowers any other details, as the lives of these two main characters are revealed. We manage to see their parents as complex characters with interests and issues of their own, yet the story never feels like it strays too far from the central mystery of Tyrone and Tandy. Like any superpowered origin story, much of the initial journey is learning about the powers that Tyrone and Tandy have, if you can even call what's happening to them powers. While the story feels, dare I say, grounded in the lives of these two teenagers, viewers are still taken through the disorientation of whatever is happening to them as their powers are revealed. There are mind games happening, but don't expect any elaborate dance numbers in this show. However, there may be a slight touch of voodoo. The show is set in New Orleans after all. But for those that enjoy absorbing all that New Orleans has to offer, perhaps fans of other French Quarter-centric shows like Treme and CIS NOLA or the originals, even the way New Orleans is presented is refreshingly low-key. Yes, there are some scenes in the iconic above-ground cemeteries, but there are no scene cuts with aerial views of the Superdome or the lights of Bourbon Street. Occasionally, the less than iconic aspects of the skyline are shown, with a view of the Mississippi River as the show moves through the regular neighborhoods in and around the Crescent City, but the show could be in almost any southern town most of the time. There is no one element of the show that overpowers all of the others, and that may disappoint some fans. However, the result is a well-balanced story that moves slowly yet constantly finds ways to be intriguing. Perhaps the marketing team was giving away black and white cookies because that was easier than trying to explain that they were bringing the world a mix of Runaways and Legion, set in a location where Marvel has yet to conquer. Perhaps this mix won't be for everybody, but everybody should definitely give it a try. Cloak and Dagger will air on Thursday nights on Freeform, starting with the first 2 episodes on June 7th at 8 p.m. If you want to hear more about our thoughts on Cloak and Dagger, you can listen to the Marvel News Desk podcast. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to us on YouTube and make sure to leave us a review. Follow Marvel News Desk for all of the news surrounding Marvel Entertainment.